In tonight's news, the Prime Minister briefs the World Bank Group President on Jordan's efforts to achieve economic modernization and reform the public sector. Jordan and Iraq signed the first amended document of an energy contract which aims to supply the Iraqi side with electrical energy. And at least 112 Palestinians have been killed and over 170 others injured in Israel's onslaught on the Gaza Strip. Good evening and welcome. Deputizing for His Majesty the King, Prime Minister Bashir al-Khassawi received World Bank Group President Ajay Banga. During a meeting attended by Minister of Planning and International Cooperation Zeina Touqan, the Prime Minister reviewed Jordan's efforts to achieve economic modernization and reform the public sector. He expressed his appreciation to the World Bank for its support of the priorities included within these two tracks. Khassawi briefed Banga on the progress in implementing the three modernization tracks carried out by the government under the directives of His Majesty the King, noting that the bank's support to Jordan contributed to carrying out structural economic reforms. An official source at the General Command of the Jordan Armed Forces Arab Army announced that a group training aircraft from the Royal Jordanian Air Force crashed during a routine training mission at the King Hussein Air Base in Mafraq. The crash led to the death of Major Pilot Omar Atal Abbadi and Captain Pilot Muhammad Abdullah Al-Khadir. Both pilots were promptly transported to the Hussein Medical Center where they were pronounced dead. The General Command of the Armed Forces Arab Army has mourned the two pilots, extending heartfelt condolences to their families, friends, and fellow service members. Jordan and Iraq have officially signed the first amendment to the electrical energy sale contract, aiming to supply the Iraqi side with electricity at a voltage of 132 kilovolts. The deal is also expected to cater to the energy needs of a Rutba district, estimated at around 40 megawatts. The document was signed by Director General of the Jordanian National Electric Power Company, Amjad al-Rawajdi, and Director General of Iraq's General Company for Electric Power Transmission Central Region, Riyad al-Arabi, alongside officials from both sides. Rawajdi emphasized that the agreement aligns with the mutual aspirations of Jordan and Iraq to establish a joint electrical connection. At least 112 Palestinians have been killed and over 170 others injured in Israeli strikes on the Gaza Strip just in the past 24 hours. Health authorities in Gaza reported that at least 25 civilians were killed and dozens more injured when Israeli forces shelled a house in which many Palestinians were seeking shelter and refuge east of Rafah. Israeli warplanes continued their airstrikes on the Rafah area amid reports of an imminent ground invasion into the densely populated city, home to over 1.3 million residents and displaced Palestinians near the border with Egypt. In a statement, the Gaza Health Ministry said the Palestinian death toll has surpassed 28,170 Palestinians, while more than 67,800 have been injured in Israel's onslaught on the Strip since the beginning of the war. Meanwhile, Hamas said Israeli strikes on the besieged enclave during the past 96 hours have killed 2 Israeli hostages and seriously injured 8 others. Ukraine said Russia launched drone attacks overnight on Kiev and southern Ukraine, injuring at least 1 civilian and damaging a gas pipeline and residential buildings in the seaport of Mykolaiv. Ukraine's Air Force said its air defense systems destroyed 40 out of 45 Russian-launched Shahed attack drones overnight. And that's all for tonight. Thanks for joining us. Gaza.